why I get half of his shit. I said, because I put up with all of his shit. You guys ready for more? This next gal is actually one of the desperate housewives of Cornwall.
So many of my friends are here. Thank you guys for coming. And just so you know, I'm not talking about any of you guys today. I have a lot of friends, and I'm just talking about the people that aren't here tonight. So my husband and I just celebrated our 20th wedding anniversary. Thank you. 20 years, that's a long time. It's a long time. It's a really long time. He gave me a card that said, "Happy anniversary, thanks for 16 great years." So he says, "So what do you want for an anniversary gift?" I said, "Ooh, how about a cruise to the South Pacific?" He goes, "How about we just stay married and you keep using half of my shit?" It's hard work to stay married now, it really is. So many of my friends have gotten divorces lately. Some of my friends have gotten rid of perfectly good husbands. One friend left her husband because he wasn't emotionally accessible. I said, "What the hell does that mean?" She said, "Well, I want a man who's in touch with his feelings and isn't afraid to cry." I said, "Well, tell him to get a Brazilian. That'll make him cry." Another friend, she didn't think her husband was supporting her in the lifestyle, the champagne and caviar lifestyle that she'd like to become accustomed to, so she divorced him. Now she's accustomed to slinging grand slams on the graveyard shift and living in a one-bedroom apartment. There's no commitment anymore. Nobody knows commitment anymore. Whatever happened to "till death do us part"? That doesn't mean just till you want to kill that person. My husband and I, we're very committed. I know he would never leave me. Because he wouldn't want to lose everything he's worked for. And really, I would not want to be single at my age. I turned 50 this year. My body is doing some really weird things. So weird, when I try to Google my symptoms, my internet filter blocks me. Some of my friends complain that their husbands sit on the couch all night. Personally, I like it that my husband sits on the couch all night. That way, when I get back from happy hour, I know right where to find him. And you know what? I hate it when women complain about men for being men. "My husband never wants to talk." Newsflash, ladies, guys don't want to talk, okay? They don't even want to listen, am I right? Okay? They don't want to listen. So if you've been yammering on for 2 hours at a time and your husband's sitting there nodding, he's either plotting your murder or he's had a stroke. But I really do believe in love. My 75-year-old mother-in-law, she'd been widowed for 7 years, and last year she met a guy. She was giddy like a teenager. She's like, I really like him. My friends are telling me to take it slow, but he's 80. So they got married, and I'm pretty sure it's till death do they part. So we try to raise our kids with a strong faith in God. You know, when you have teenagers, you need a higher power, or you'll beat them. So we found this awesome church, and they're not like, "You're a sinner." They're like, "You're a sinner, come in." They actually like sinners. Needless to say, they love my husband. Even our pastor has a past. And he doesn't mind having a good stiff drink either. He says, Jesus didn't turn wine into water, people. So when my son was little, he would become easily frustrated. One morning, he was pouring milk on his cereal and it spilled. He just came unglued and started crying. I said, James, stop, take a breath. Take a breath, ask God for help. He said, God, clean up this milk. So my kids were acting really spoiled one Christmas, so I decided to give them a little life lesson. I took them down to the Salvation Army to show them how the other half lives. So we took some toys down there, and when we left, my son had tears in his eyes. He said, Mom, what's going to happen if there's not enough toys for the kids? I said, well, son, maybe some kid won't get a toy this Christmas. He said, Mom, you know what I would do if I was them? I would get a job. So my son went through this phase where he tried to act like a black rapper. He was strutting around the house, rapping and cussing. Dang, Mom, I'm gonna mess you up. Me and my homies, we gonna smoke this place. I go, look, homeboy, go clean your room. He said, 50 cent don't clean no room. I go, look, 10 cent, go clean your room or your life ain't worth a dime. So my kids were complaining about how hard their lives are. So I took them down to Mexico to visit an orphanage. Not to leave them there, just to show them. So we went with this group. They take supplies down, and we spend the day with the kids, and we make lunch. Now this lunch is really special for these kids. They get rice and beans every day. So we make them hot dogs and bags of chips and juice boxes and cookies and stuff. It's like Christmas for them. So my boys were playing with these kids who have nothing. And one boy was playing with a dead rat he found under his bed. My son came up, he goes, Mom, is that his pet? I go, it used to be. Wash your hands. So we made lunch and the kids were so appreciative. So on the drive home, I said to my son, so what did you think of the day? He said, Mom, I didn't want to say anything, but that hot dog was really soggy. I guess I did some of my best parenting before I had kids.